Hello, and welcome to my playground. This is Church McGurch, or Mad Chemist Church, depending on where you know me from, and this is Madman Reviews. And on this episode, we check Voidtrain. Hey! This is an older game. It's been around for a couple years now. And it's updated quite a bit recently. They've added a whole world setting kind of thing where you can change and affect the world how you want the world to be. I'll load into this next setting. You can They added some more customization to the characters. Of course, as you can understand, if you've played Raft before, this is basically a game like Raft. Oh, they're playing Patty Cake. So you design your train to go through the void. Look, the void. He's got a little helmet on. So these guys are reflows. They are basically your AI companions that help you out. You can find them, hatch them, and then each one has a different skill. These guys you don't really find, you just attract them by putting these watering stations down, and they come and they find you. They look like little seals. This guy, as soon as you build a workstation, he pops up. He's a little seal wizard. Or he's a smart seal. A smarty. So this is your research table. This is where you would go. You would spend research points to learn how to craft certain things. As you can see, I'm not completely researched everything, but I've gotten pretty far, and they have added some new stuff to the game since Chapter 2 has just released. By the time this comes out, Chapter 2 will probably have been out for about a month. So I haven't done Chapter 2 yet. I'm actually probably going to play it, see how I like it. But this is kind of where I stopped after the end of Chapter 1. They have their own little outhouse, my own little janitor. You can walk over, you can pick them up. And then when you pick them up, it tells you what they are. This guy is a cook technologist. Cook technologist reduces fuel cost. That's how many times you need to feed him to get the perks to activate. And then the effects that he currently is feeling, like if he soiled himself, if he's like over happy, just different things like that. You can give him an item, release. I believe the reason why I put him there is so that he'll clean the toilet. What is he reading? They're in soft dye. Something upside down. All the different workstations. You can craft armory. That's how you craft your gun. So you can make and customize your gun the way you want it. Change, pick. You start with a pistol. That other gun you can customize. Pick that back up. Change. Look at my pistol. You can customize your pistol, get different stats. This one actually has an ammo count, whereas there's that guy. All the different little ones, all the different beds where they eat. This one has infinite ammo. You can see down in the corner. I can just as much as I want. Let's see if I can get it to do a reload. Every once in a while, there's a chance that the gun will break, and you do this kind of reload animation. There's quite a bit different amounts. Yeah, see, there it goes. There's quite a bit different versions of these reloads, or one, like, you'll just completely dismantle the gun, like with magic, and you'll put it back together. Your book for building different things, all your building, all your decor, all your different. These are like gotcha boxes that you find out in the middle of the void, and then you bring them back. And when you get to a central hub area, you can open them, crack them open. Gardening, water collection, cooking. Alchemical stuff, smelting, Recycler, basically you can come in and put a bunch of stuff you don't want in here. What is there? Tokens in there. Oh, that's my inventory. And then it recycles it down. You can come over here and get it. These guys only really do stuff while you're moving. I'm not moving because I want to kind of go through all this stuff and explain it before I start moving ahead. Because this is going to be a pretty quick one because there's not a lot to this game. Just like if I was trying to do a review on Raft. There's not a lot to that game. These guys, they don't really eat anything, but as long as you keep them watered, they're happy. These ones do require food, and they do require a bathroom. And it shows like available food 11. Food consumption, they do 11 every time we leave a depot. That's how many I have. It tells you if something's wrong with them, if they're hungry. So I have 6 of 6. I come over like, oh, they need food. If there's no food in here, they'll come over here and they will eat out of here. They'll eat this stuff, the grilled organics. They used to eat water. I don't know if they eat the boiled water anymore. But these are all the containers. Initially at first, you have to craft from a container. You have to pull the items out and take it over to the crafting station and then cook it. But as you progress and you get the reflows, they get the skill where if you have them on your train, they will pull the material for you. So essentially it's crafting through... Oh, they're playing rock, paper, scissors. They craft through... Oh, that one's asleep. You would be crafting through the chests because the reflows are grabbing the items for you. Let's see if... Reflow bed. Pick this guy up. Optimizer reduces fuel cost of all labs, so I believe I have this guy assigned. Gives a chance to create a bonus item at a lab. Release him. So if I go over to my lab, which is this right here, I can hold E to go to worker info. There he is. 3 things. Tells me that. That's what it does. And then I get my workplace features. Carriers crafting resources within the wagon. So this guy will come pull the resources to craft for me. Carries crafting resources within the train. So as long as he's anywhere on this train, he will go and he will grab the resources and craft. So it's the auto crafting from the chest like some other games have. Otherwise, the chest would have to be right here, in this cabin for me to craft through here, through the lab. Or through the kitchen. Let's see if I have a worker on the kitchen. Yeah, I have a worker on the kitchen. Cook technologist 2. That's why the other guy is working on the toilets. Oh, I hear somebody playing. That's another thing they added is instruments. And if you have enough of these guys, there's a chance that they'll all pull out instruments and just start playing. And then the chance is even higher if you have an instrument and you start playing it. Here's some random decors. They like decorations, so if you put decorations around, it makes them happy and they'll actually do more stuff faster. So that's the basics. This is kind of like, normally you had a hand crank, but eventually you get to like a steam and a diesel. I don't remember. Switch my brake on. And then we go out into the world. So there's normally a shark, kind of like in Raft. There's a shark that attacks your boat. This one, there's a shark that'll attack your train. So you can kind of come out here and wait. I don't know if before I saved, if I had... There they go, collecting resources for me. That's what the little water dudes do. They collect resources for you, so that you're not always consistently looking, trying to come out here. But this is an infinite tool. Grappling hook, charge it up. Reels, pulls back. I have mine upgraded so that if I send it out, I can send out a pulse. And it'll slow everything down and it'll grab multiple items than just the one. Grab that. It's also upgraded so you can carry heavy items, or it can pull heavy items, otherwise you'd have to go get it. You'd come over to the recycler, deposit the heavy item into the recycler, and then it'll turn into whatever the heavy item is. There's this guy's my little turret dude. So when something will pop up that he can shoot, like an enemy, or say the shark, or there's these random events that'll happen. Gasoline, because you need that for the diesel engine. Coal, because you'll need like wood, coal, and other things to fuel all the stations, like the smither and the kitchen and the lab all requires fuel. So you can use like gasoline, you can use coal, you can use wood. There's other different little things. Then there's these here, which are like just clusters. They're like the boxes in Raft. If you've ever played Raft, you'd know. You find these little boxes, and when you get it, it gives you just a bunch of different resources. They're just like resource gotcha boxes. So out here, other enemies, enemy soldiers. That's another thing, enemy trains. This guy will shoot at enemy trains. Because every once in a while you'll get another train will appear. Like I said, there's random events, like there's mines, there's sticky mines, there's these electric zap, squids, what else is there, what else? Electric zap squids. There's an arena that you can randomly find. You'll see these little yellow fairies. I think I saw some before I left. I think that's why I had stopped there. There was an area I could go out to to pick up, to do like, there's like these islands you can find. They're called Witches Islands. And that's where you get those crates that you saw earlier. I think that's why originally I had stopped there, was so that I could go out to that island. And when you see that, you kind of go off into the void, and you throw these rings. I think it's Q. It's one of these. I don't have any on me, so I can't. So you float, fly, you swim through the air. So you throw these little rings at like these rocks here, and then you can grapple from ring to ring. There'll also be like crashed trains, and then you can go explore these like crashed trains by hooking from rock to rock, and you can get these little crashed areas, and you can get resources from them. So it's kind of like the islands. Yeah, everything is kind of like the islands in Raft, and then the the crashed trains are kind of like the abandoned rafts that you find in Raft. That's what the crashed trains are. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. So you can see they're full on items, so they won't go out and get any more. Ooh, but I want that chunk of coal. Ooh, missed. And you can't really be separated from the train because you're always on a tether. Oh, there's the shark. I saw him. Let me go drop this off and see if I can take care of the shark. Oh, I picked up the silicone. There's also another thing I wanted. But the shark will attack your boat. Oh, this gasoline. Or not your boat. The shark. that's Raft. The shark will attack your train and do some damage. And the repairing is actually pretty easy. It's not too strenuous. Like in Raft, you just kind of pull out your hammer and bump, bump, and it'll use whatever resources you have on your train from whatever. Oh, there he is. Get out of here. And it kind of like the shark in Raft. If you shoot him, he'll go away for a little while and he won't attack you for a little bit. One of the other neat things that they recently added, I want to say not too long ago was your board. This board up front here. I'm going super slow, by the way. There's this board here. You can put up to 3 different status world changers and basically modify how the world acts, creates random events, more abandoned trains, more abandoned area, more witch islands, more arenas. You can kill this one. He's actually easier than the normal shark in Raft to kill. He'll still attack you if you're out floating like this, like the shark in Raft. If you're out in the water, he'll go for you instead of the train. It looks like up above we'll be able to get to see an arena. I'm not going to do the arena, but I'll show you what the platform looks like. It's actually really cool. It's a lot more fun because this is multiplayer. There's little fish. You can kill these and you'll get like fat and leather from them. But you can also get fat and leather from killing the shark. He gives you a ton more fat and leather than killing those little guys. But those little guys you can catch. You walk up to them and you press E and it quote-unquote catches them. He'll also eat them to heal himself, to heal itself, the shark. Let's start. Just because it's starting to get full. Go ahead and get this gasoline. There's the jellyfish. Oh, I hit one of the plants and it exploded. He's coming for me. So the jellyfish are zappers. They do kind of like a static shock. They can't hurt the train, but they will hurt you. And as long as you have a covered train roof, they don't hurt you. They don't do anything to you. I should collect from those guys. Yeah. Or if you don't want to deal with them, you can shoot them and they'll stop zapping and they'll eventually fade away. Getting out the big gun to deal with the shark. So this is the arena, like I was saying. These are random events that pop up every once in a while. Unlike Raft, the shark won't really attack you or your thing while you're doing one of these random events, where if you go like Raft, the shark will still attack your boat or your raft while you're out doing things. Another random event is you'll come to like a checkpoint, and that checkpoint, you walk up and you touch one of those and it takes you through the arena. But there'll be a random checkpoint with enemies, loot, other things like that. And different tokens and stuff. And the token you saw in my inventory, this is for a slot machine, to get parts for your guns, to get resources. See, he's hurt. He doesn't want to come near me. Couple barrages like that, and he goes down pretty quick. But now he's going to try to heal by eating the little fishies. And you can pretty much keep him at bay by shooting at him so he doesn't heal. That's why I was like, this would be a really fun game like Raft, where you got like 2 or 3 people, someone like managing stuff on the train, keeping things moving, you know, verifying that, you know, this is full. Collect compost. You can use the compost for building. Collect from these guys. Pick up all. You can see what you get. And then they go back out. The little tank shows you how much water there is. They consume X amount of water before they go out. And then they'll completely fill up, and then they'll consume water again, go out, fill up. You know, rinse, repeat. My train has stopped. I don't know why my train has stopped. Let's go find out why my train has stopped. I don't see anything. I didn't pull the lever. Do I have... There's also a random event where these little creatures will come out and they'll clog up your wheel. Oh, this guy. Okay, he's a lot harder this time because I almost killed him. And he decided to... become a different shark. I'm trying to figure out, why did I stop? I don't see Little creature that globbed up my wheel. Is it something in front of me? Yeah, that might have been it. He's up. So there might be something out here that I ran into that he was shooting, didn't clear it, and it ended up... See, there's his ammunition. Oh, right there. That's what I'm talking about. So that's an abandoned train. I don't know what he's doing. But you can come out here, come up, click. Oops, I missed. Hook yourself, find these things. There's chests you can loot. Get you all different kinds of little goodies. And this is kind of what the witch areas or the witch islands are kind of like. You kind of have to make your own path though. It's not as easy as that, and a lot of the times these are also much longer. Like that was a small one. I've seen ones that had like 5 different cargo things on it. Like 5 completely different. There's food. 5 completely different wagons that you could loot. Gotta get my health back up. Look back out here. Another one of those gotcha things. More worried about that shark. That shark is... Yeah, they added a new thing where the sharks now mutate. So if you don't kill them right away and they're able to eat and survive long enough, they turn into different kinds of sharks. All that, you know, and every single different one has a different ability. That one, I think he's super tough. I think because he was like eating rocks or something. He's got like that golden... Oh, somebody was playing a kazoo. Somebody was playing something. And then also in these chests you get add points. You can add anything in here. You get these little blue samples. These things give you a ton of points. Of samples do. Blue sample, I think there's like a red sample. Yeah. Those give you a ton of points, whereas other things only give you like maybe 1 or 2 points. But this is a good way to get rid of items that you don't need. Because you can get a ton of something and then you just never need it. So it's like, what's the point? So he's done some damage. You can look at stuff. It tells you what it costs to repair, plus how much it's damaged. For 1 iron bar, 95% is not a lot. That's not worth an iron bar. Come over here to craft. It takes, so to craft you need 2 scrap plus 10, and then it takes 7 seconds. So that's not, 5% isn't that much, it's not really worth it. And then if I wanted to repair, I just press N, pulls up my hammer, and then it highlights everything for me that's damaged, so there's no second guessing. And then even tells you what materials and what percentage. So there's no guessing, there's no looking and having to go, okay, that's damage, that's damage, that's damage, that's damage. You know, you just pull out the hammer, boom, do that. Now, my rails are a little different, my hammer's a little different than normal. Like if you go and you look up something else, you'll notice like these flooring is a bit different. My hammer looks different. Even my rig on my wrist looks different than what you'd see normally. And that's because I wasn't playing when this game first came out, but I have been playing this game since it went to Steam, because I was not playing this game on Epic, because this is unfortunately an Epic game. So when this came to Steam, I purchased it right away, and because I really like this game, like I love this style of game, like this, like Raft, where you're kind of moving along, you're collecting resources, you're building, you're expanding, you're doing all these these fun things. You get these little areas that you can go. Like Raft, you have islands to go collect stuff, and you get all these different resources. Here you have these things called depots, which happen every X amount of distance. I can see it's my continue the adventure, move forward. So I have to get to the next depot, and then it'll be like, if I've moved far enough, I can trigger the next event. Like I said, Chapter 2 released, so we can start getting some Chapter 2. I can start moving forward. There's more of these electric things coming. Like I said, you can either ignore them and hide, or you can just shoot them out of the air. Even the dead ones still kind of shock you, so you gotta be careful. But if you take care of them far enough away, they don't matter. This is kind of just a hindrance. It's not a real threat like some of the other events that happen. This is just oh, I gotta go hide. I don't see the shark. The shark kind of disappears after a while. He just kind of vanishes. I think he's only set up to be in certain areas, and then he just kind of... If you don't kill him, you don't kill him, he just disappears. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything coming up. I don't have any empty slot. I was hoping to get to a depot, but this review is starting to run a little long. Especially for a game that doesn't have too much. I was hoping to show a depot. But you know what? That's the fun of the reviews I do. I don't need to show you everything. I don't need to show you clips, like little things. You kind of got to see the most of everything. And that's kind of the thing I like, is I don't like to show people every single aspect of the game like some reviews do. But I like to show you enough of what I've done so that you can kind of get a show of it, and then make up what you want to do. You know, you show other people what you did, what you want to do with your thing, how you want to design your train, how you want to design your raft, your island, your whatever. So unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a depot anytime soon. These areas aren't... Yeah, they need water. He's about to run out. Go over here, collect that, collect the water, blink, 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 blink. That, and then refill water, refill water, refill water. He's still full. But I wonder if he'll be out on this one. I try to keep them all in the same order, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. There it is. And then I can put the water in here. See, it's unclean, so you'd have to basically go in and filter it, clean it. Your train does get dirty, which is another thing you can set your reflows to do, which is what I have here. There's a broom. You can take the broom and you can sweep up, and you'll actually get materials for sweeping up your train. But there's this janitor's closet here. This one, the cleaner station. He'll actually go and get the broom and clean for me, on top of going and cleaning the toilets. He hasn't... yeah, he's gone through, he's emptied it. He'll refill the chemical, basically, you know, the blue stuff in an outhouse. He'll refill that too. He'll take all the compost out, and he'll put the compost in this chest right here. But that is Voidtrain. I'm trying to think if there's any... The only other thing I can think of is you have your gun. You can put your customizable gun here, make it what you want, your grappling hook. You do get a suit, and all the suit really does for you is it allows you to have more armor. The higher your suit, like I have a leather suit too, I can have armor, two armor plates. And then your backpack. I have a medium backpack. I can have 1 heavy item and 6 extra things. You can see there's 6 more down here. So I haven't gotten through everything and gotten all like fully upgraded. So there's still plenty of stuff to do. Plenty of stuff to do. Your workbench, craft all your different things, your ammo boxes for your gunner. This, your crafting research bench to learn all the new craft. I think that's the diesel. No, engine durability. You can get better, bigger plates for armor. The armors are actually really good for the arena. That's pretty much what I've noticed. You don't really need it for when you do the depots. Oh, there's one of the void whales. Big ol' honker. You don't really need the armor for the depots and stuff. It's nice to have so you don't die as fast. But it's the only dying really counts in the arena because the arena is over if you die. So the having food, having like healing food and healing wraps, armor really so far is only really good for the arenas. Alright. I'm not seeing it. I was trying to stall a little bit, but this is going on too long. We do get to see some other little cool things, but you guys will just have to experience it for yourself. So I hope you like the game. I hope you like the looks, the aesthetics, the cute little squid octopus things. I don't know what they are. Also, this game does pull a lot from Norse mythology. I don't really remember in any of my studies of Norse mythology a thing called a reflow, but those are definitely Norse runes on the crates and on the placard up front. But I hope you enjoyed Voidtrain. So I'm gonna pull the lever and save here. Pull the lever, wrong lever. So I'm gonna stop the train here. Stop the video here. So thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you do. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how you like the game, if you've played the game, if you have any helpful tips or tricks to help other people. But most importantly, have fun. Experience the game for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. You be you, you stay you, and most importantly, adventure on.